back again to continue the reading of my Justifiers role-playing game timeline. 2088, Emperor Pierre I declares that all beings with more than a 0.1% genetic variance from humans are hereby non-citizens, effectively making them a slave race. The capital of the Imperium is moved to the L5 station, Crystal Palace. There are now 49 million people living in the high colonies. 2093, the first beta uprising takes place. 400,000 betas are killed, but they take 2.5 million humans with them. An unknown number of betas escape to the asteroid belt and the Oort cloud. 21-2, the Imperial Esper Academy opens its doors in the Asimov Dome on Mars. Security is extremely tight. Unauthorized personnel are shot on sight. No questions asked. Enrollment isn't overwhelming. 2106, the laser stasis system is developed, allowing living or non-living objects to be placed in a state of suspended animation indefinitely. Interstellar travel is now more than just a dream. 2108, life ships begin being launched by every political, religious, ethnic, and national group that can afford one. Trajectories are picked for religious or political reasons as often as scientific ones. Between 2108 and 2196, some 400 chartered life ships are launched. The number of unregistered, unchartered launches is unknown. Betas and augmented humans are forbidden from shipping out on life ships. 2109, the betas secretly launched a life ship with over 120,000 persons on board, on a deep space trajectory towards a neighboring star system. 2112, Emperor Pierre dies of natural causes. His son Rene takes up the imperial crown as Emperor Rene I. The first augmented humans are designed and put into full production, many of the first generation defect to the rebel beta stations. There are now over 2 billion citizens on the high colonies. These would be the first production line augmented humans. 2168, Emperor Rene I is assassinated. His son Pierre is suspected, but no hard evidence ever comes to light. He is crowned Pierre II under a cloud of suspicion. An experimental Stargate is tested in a Los Angeles dockside warehouse. The resulting explosion removes a 10-kilometer sphere of matter to elsewhere. Luckily, the technical notes are stored in more than one computer. 2192, it is discovered that the jump drive requires a powerful magnetic field to work properly. Artificial magnetic fields are hard to produce. A natural source is searched for. 2193, the natural magnetic field is found at the poles of the sun. A test drive is made in fire, and the test vehicle is never seen again. The 10-kilometer sphere appears to be the maximum size limit. Anything larger undergoes a near instantaneous shift to an entropy state, i.e., it just disappears. 2194, Emperor Pierre III takes the throne and establishes the Survey Team program. 2195, Imperial Esper Corps scores its first victory in putting down a beta rebellion plot. The Corps quickly earns a reputation as the branch of the Imperium that no one escapes. 2196, the first successful jump is made on June 26, 2196. The first solar gate only opens onto one other star system. This star, however, opens onto 2 others, and the third system has 13 jump points. This system is named Nexus, and each star has 2 poles. As each star has 2 poles, the north is dedicated to outgoing traffic, and the south dedicated to incoming traffic. Pierre III creates the sub-citizen caste as a reward for loyal beta and augmented human service. The survey teams go into full service. 2215. Emperor Edmund I takes the throne and rules over 22 star systems. Non-citizens and sub-citizens now outnumber citizens. Edmund I moves the imperial capital to the only habitable planet orbiting Nexus. Terraforming has begun to improve the planet's atmosphere and biosphere. Edmund I retains the Crystal Palace as an imperial retreat. The Imperium encounters the first non-Terran sentients known as the Histians, a race of bronze-aged humanoids which are quickly conquered and made part of the Imperium, for the greater glory of humanity, of course. The second beta uprising takes place as combined beta and augmented human forces break out of human space to the great unknown. Legends of outlaw worlds quickly develop, known as the Free Planets by the betas and augmented humans. 28 million non-citizens and subhumans are put to death. Another 53 million are imprisoned or shipped off to hell worlds. 2261. Emperor Rene II survives the successful assault upon his father, the late Edmund I. Rene II conducts the great purge of the empire's political structure. Many desperate political exiles seek the rumored safety of the free planets. Their success or failure at this attempt is unknown. 2291. The second non-human sentient race is encountered and conquered. The Barif, an industrial age, steam-era race of humanoids. The Imperium now controls 43 star systems. Citizens are now outnumbered 5 to 1 by non- and sub-citizens. The high 2293. The high colonies now have a greater population than the terrestrial colonies. 2301. The Empress Isabeau murders her husband Rene II and leads a bloody coup against the government. The Empress's purge lasts for 3 years and kills untold millions. This thus ends the reign of Dubois and begins the reign of the Decalais. 2315. Designer bioforms become commonplace. You can pop by a local bio shop and pick up a gene-engineered guard dog, which is gene-coded to your unique DNA. Need new carpeting? We can grow you wall to wall in under an hour. Anything that can be dreamed up by the citizens of the Imperium is now eagerly produced by its gene engineers. The first spacefaring race is discovered, the Batuba, which are a race of aquatic octopus-like sentients using a technology based purely on biological organisms. The first time in Imperium history an enemy exists which challenges its might. In the end, of course, the outcome is never really in doubt. The Imperium has the resources of 100 star systems, the Matumba only one. During the turmoil of the Tumba Imperium War, Prince Renoir murders his mother, the Empress, and assumes the throne. Some things must run in the family. Emperor Renoir I wisely supports the nobility and solidifies his rather shaky reign. The nobility make major power grabs during Renoir I's reign. 2354. The third beta uprising tears through the Imperium. Countless betas and augmented humans conduct suicidal attacks on important civilian, political, and data storage sites. The entire fifth wing of the Imperium's second battle group defects to the free worlds. This is the last beta augmented human fighting wing allowed. The Esper's Liberation Front, also known as ELF or Elves, rear their head and strike down the rulers of humanity. 2355. The House of Nobles overthrow Renoir I and crown the Prime Minister Juan de Marco Cortez Emperor. Juan I has entire Decalais bloodline hunted down and put to death. This is seen as a wise political move and a subtle warning to the House of Nobles around who he is completely in charge. Part 3 coming up.